Think about how you can add value to every single relationship. All right, relationships? Business is simply just transacting relationships in the marketplace. My journey into real estate, guys, it was not all sunshine and rainbows. I was an average kid, high school athlete, got okay grades, but one constant in my young adult life, I made a lot of bad decisions, right? I surrounded myself with people that I probably should not have ran around with, right? Started selling drugs, started just doing dumb stuff that kids do, so that's what we do, right? Got the whole world figured out. This landed me a front row seat to the state penitentiary in 2009. I'm not gonna go into too much vivid detail about the experience or what this was like, but I'm just gonna say that this was probably the best thing that could have ever happened to me, because that's where God got a hold of my heart and transformed my life from the inside out. I would not be here today if it was not for that experience, straight up, talking about the struggle. I moved out here to Columbia in October of 2014. I remember stepping outside of those walls, that day, and just seeing my dad and embracing him, giving him a big hug, because he stood by my side, man, when times got tough. I was a knucklehead. I did some dumb stuff, right? A couple days later, it was October 6th. Dad and me packed up our belongings, jumped in our car. He drove me out here to Columbia all the way from New Mexico. My auntie and uncle helped me reestablish myself. Helped me reestablish myself. I lived in their basement for like 2 months, right? Found a job. I was waiting tables at the Blue Marlin, right down the street, downtown Columbia. I was a waiter, guys. I started working relentlessly. I realized that, actually, let's go into the feelings. There's a mix of fear. There was an excitement inside of me, but there was also anxiety, because I didn't know what people would think, right? I didn't know what it was going to look like with a rap sheet, trying to present, some paper to a corporate employer or something in black and white and expect them to understand my heart. I just didn't. I didn't see it coming, right? But the one mantra that was drumming in my head, and I carried this throughout my entire prison sentence, is never give up, right? Never give up. Whenever things get tough, never give up, right? Every single day is a new opportunity to reinvent yourself, whatever that looks like for you guys, right? So your current challenges, that's just a stepping stone for your growth, right? That's what it is, so embrace it. I tell this story to you guys, not to, freak you out or tell you anything, but just to encourage you guys, to press upon you that you can do anything you set your mind to. Look at Freddie's. This guy probably didn't even speak English when he moved to America. Did you have to learn here? Yeah. This dude is crushing it. Have you seen? He's sold like 40 deals this year alone. That's demolishing the game. That's vision, that's mindset. He set his mindset to something and said, I'm gonna do that. He did it. It's huge, man. So why are we here tonight? Every single one of us came here for some type of a reason, right? Maybe we saw a YouTube video and we're like, oh, sweet, REI Live Columbia, real estate sounds cool, right? Maybe saw a Facebook post. Let's go network, let's do this, right? Whatever landed you here, you're here with some type of a purpose, right? You want to get some education, some networking on, that's amazing. Most people are sitting at home right now watching television, straight up, right? Laying back, enjoying life with family, which is important. She teaches me that balance. She let's take a step back, it's 5 o'clock. It's time to wind down a little. All right. Why am I so passionate about mindset, guys? Because mindset is the beginning. Mindset is where everything happens. That's where the growth happens. Successful people don't have any less problems than you and I. They just ask better questions. That's it. Start. Before you do anything, as we're approaching this new year, this is the last quarter of the decade, by the way. As we're approaching this new year, before you do anything, think about where you want to go these next 12 months. Think about your vision. Think about where you want to go 5 years from now, 10 years from now. And when you know that, once you have that big audacious vision and you know where you want to go, then you can break it down into small pieces. I think a lot of us get that backwards where we're trying to like accomplish these huge feats, but that's not where it happens, right? Small increments every single day. Think about kicking a soccer ball, right? Trying to kick a soccer ball every single day. You got 6 balls and you're trying to get it a mile. You're gonna get further kicking that one soccer ball or trying to get all 6 to that finish line. Pick out one big thing, guys. One big thing you want to focus on, one big thing you want to accomplish, and invest everything you have into that. That's what it takes. That's what it takes. Don't get distracted. Don't let social media kill your mindset. Don't let social media kill your vision. And definitely don't go on social media looking at everyone else thinking, man, I wish I could be there. Because those Hallmark pictures, what you see, that's just a highlight reel. That's it, right? They probably had to take 10 poses trying to get their kids quiet. You know, they're acting crazy in the background, like, I need to chill. You know, that's a highlight reel, guys. Don't get caught up looking into other people's visions. Use them to inspire you, and then you can use those to try to press you forward where you can create a similar model to the structure they're doing. But don't get caught up in that, guys. Focus on your target and know where you want to go. Questions to ask, if you guys got a notepad, real simple. I'm simple, guys. Where do you want to go? How are you going to get there? And how are you going to create an action plan for that success, right? Simple, simple. Our lives are guided by the beliefs and principles that we have within ourselves, right? Begin with the end in mind. I got a cool story. We'll get into some real estate in a bit, but this is important. Got a cool story with this. So, wedding tables at the Blue Marlin, right? Working relentlessly. I'm like, I gotta work twice as hard as the guy next to me. Got it. So I'm putting in the works, 6-7 days a week. Got a lot of lazy servers, right? Servers are out there in college wanting to party. So every morning I knew that a shift would come up, a dinner shift, because I made good money at dinner, right? So I'd be eating my bowl of cereal, waiting for that shift to come up. I'd see it come up, boom, I'd be the first one to snag it. My boss would be like, you're a machine, dude. You're working every day. I don't know how you do it. I'm like, psh, I gotta eat. Got it, right? Gotta get hungry, guys. So I'm grinding. I didn't quite know what path I was walking down. I didn't even know, I don't think I knew what an entrepreneur was. I knew I wanted to build something. I tried getting back into college once for graphic design, so I'm a creative at heart. But if I learned anything in that semester, it's that I did not want to do that as a career. I'm glad I did it, right? It's done. I do everything on my phone now. I do my video edits on my phone. Anyways, working hard. So I'm like, okay, what can I build, right? There's plenty of business owners out here. What can I put together? So I decided to grow a DJ company, right? I used to DJ in the past. I used to play at nightclubs, dance parties, outdoor events, raves, all that weird stuff. It's a skill that I had, right? So I started to ask the question, well, what if I could take this skill and start to target more like a private event, corporate function space, or even weddings? Made some good money doing that. So I started writing up my business plan, getting things together and stuff. And I read a book called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Simple principle in that book changed the entire trajectory of my life. Begin with the end in mind. Begin with the end in mind, guys. I started asking myself, do I really want to be a 50-year-old DJ up there, hyping the crowd up? Might be cool. Be a story to tell my kids, but man, that's what changed the entire trajectory of my journey. Shortly thereafter, I read a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I'm guessing most of you guys in this room, if you're here, that's probably like that turning point. If you have not read it, pick it up. Pick it up, guys. Rich Dad, Poor Dad will change your life. It's by Robert Kiyosaki. In its simplest form, Rich Dad, Poor Dad explains the difference between an asset and a liability, right? An asset is going to somehow generate or put money in your pocket every single month, where a liability is going to pull it out. Your car payment, even your mortgage, your house might be a liability, depending how you look at it. I know that, it breaks my heart to think about this. Some families have trouble putting food on the table, like struggling to make ends meet. You're hustling, trying to get it together, and the kids got Jordans in the hood. It's like liability. It's all about your perception and your mindset, guys. Take a moral inventory of your life, guys, and know where you want to go before asking for directions. From every single relationship from this moment forward, think about value. Think about value, right? Let's say you want to reach out and ask an investor, let's grab lunch. By the way, that's one of your first steps, right? See one of the people that are doing the stuff you want to do, reach out to them. I'm sure they'd love to take you out to lunch. Think value. Don't just go with a consumption mindset. Let me sit down and see what I can pull out of them, what tools I can get and limit my own stress. That's great. But think about how can I add value to what they're already doing, right? If I take them out to lunch, I want to do my research. I want to know what they're about. I want to know what they're passionate about because they're going to appreciate that, right? Think about how you can add value to every single relationship. Our relationships, business is simply just transacting relationships in the marketplace. If you think about it, business isn't that complicated. You just got to be able to transact relationships. Have good quality conversations, right? Think value, guys. Be a contributor, not a consumer. Having a laser sharp focus will keep you on course even when the wind gets choppy, guys. Think about an airplane that's docking off from California flying to New York City, right? If that thing is like a half a degree off, it's going to end up hundreds of miles away from its destination. You want to know a crazier part of that? A plane is actually off destination 95% of the time. But the pilot is there to correct course. He's constantly moving and weaving through, trying to make sure that they're on course to hit that target, right? Your life is the same, guys. You got to be able to try to see into the future before it happens, vision, and be able to pivot into that role, right? Develop the skills and the mindset you need, because a leader, you're called to lead your team, right? But I think that's the ultimate goal. You want to build a team, an organization, something, where you have it. Man, that is not for the faint of heart. You think working your 9 to 5 is hard? Try being an entrepreneur. That crap ain't easy.